Well, let me tell you about
Black hole. Black hole.
yes, black hole. Long time ago, there's a black hole.
Black holes are the most powerful things in the universe, strong enough to rip whole stars into atom-sized pieces. While this is scary enough, they have an even more powerful and dark property. They might delete the universe itself. Black holes in a nutshell. A black hole appears when an extraordinary amount of matter is concentrated in a tiny space. At their center, gravity is almost infinitely strong, and whatever gets too close is ripped into its elementary particles. Not even light can escape black holes, and so we perceive them as spheres of blackness. If you were to fall into a black hole, nothing bad would happen until well after you crossed its outer border, the event horizon. You can imagine this as swimming in a river that ends in an enormous waterfall. As you float along, imperceptibly, the stream gets faster and faster, even if you can't see the waterfall yet. You could swim to safety until, without even noticing it, you cross the point of no return. No matter how fast you try to swim now, the stream will pull you towards certain death. Nothing can escape a black hole waterfall once it gets too close. This border completely separates black holes from the rest of the universe. We can't access them unless we're willing to never return. So there's no way of telling what's really going on inside black holes, but we have a few ideas about what's going on right at their very edges. Black holes radiate their mass away, like a hot pot on a stove losing its water as steam. This is called Hawking radiation. Black holes constantly lose an extremely tiny amount of their mass, a process that's unbelievably slow. It will take a black hole with the mass of our Sun 10,000 billion years to lose 0.0000001% of its mass. This is happening constantly and unstoppably, and as it goes on, it speeds up more and more. In the far, far future, when the last star in the universe has been dead for trillions of years, black holes will become tinier and tinier until they evaporate and disappear, leaving behind just a bit of radiation. But this is a problem, because in the process of disappearing, black holes might delete something fundamental: information. 2. What is information? Information is nothing tangible. It's typically understood as a property of the arrangement of particles. What does this mean? Imagine a bunch of carbon atoms. Arrange them in a certain way and you get coal. Arrange them in a different way and you get a diamond. The atoms are the same. What changes is the information. If we make this more complex and add in a few more atoms, we get a banana. Change the arrangement of the atoms and we get a squirrel. The basic building blocks of everything in the universe are the same and don't care if they're part of a bird or a rock or a cup of coffee. Without information, everything in the universe would be the same. According to the theory of quantum mechanics, information is indestructible. It might change shape, but it can never be lost. For example, if you burn a piece of paper, you get ash. That ash will never become paper again. But if you were able to carefully collect every single carbon atom in the ash and measured the exact properties of the smoke and heat radiating from the fire, you could, in theory, reconstruct the paper. The information of the paper is still in the universe. It's not lost, it's just hard to read. If you could somehow measure every single atom and particle and wave of radiation in the universe, you could see and track every bit of information there is. Hypothetically, you could see the entire history of the universe right back to the Big Bang. And here, black holes trip us up. Information tells us how things are different from each other and what used to be what. Black holes do the opposite. They take different things and make them the same. They destroy information. This creates the information paradox, and this is a serious problem. The information paradox. It's fundamental for all our laws of physics that information can never be lost. Existing, not existing, without information, everything is relative. When it comes to our understanding of reality, we need absolutes. How could we solve this paradox? There are a few possibilities. 1. Information is lost, irretrievably and forever. This means we have to nix all our laws of physics, throwing out a lot of stuff that's worked very well so far and start from scratch. What those new laws of physics would look like, or what that means for us, nobody knows. This is a little frightening, but also kind of exciting. 2. Information is hidden. Maybe a little part of the black hole splits off and forms a baby universe. The information would be transferred into this new, weird place where we could never observe or interact with it, but technically it would not be lost. It's like having a broken hard drive with all your family photos that you could never access. Sure, it's nice that they've not been deleted, but also not very helpful. Or maybe black holes don't disappear completely after the end of their life cycles, but a little piece is left, an information diamond. Like a clown car filled with an infinite amount of information clowns. But there's a third option: information is safe after all, not lost or hidden. Perhaps we've just been looking at this whole thing the wrong way. We know that black holes trap information and might delete it later, but we never thought about what they do with it in the meantime. Where do black holes store their information? Cosmic housekeeping. Let's create a black hole with dirty laundry. First, we fill up a room with laundry baskets. The more laundry you want to store, the more baskets you put in the room. But at some point, every single basket is full and the room is completely stacked. Not a single extra sock fits in. The room is at maximum capacity. But if we still squeeze the sock in with a lot of energy and violence, the room collapses in on itself and forms a black hole. But the capacity of the room itself has not changed. Fitting in more stuff or information is still impossible. So what happens if we throw more laundry into it? The room itself gets a little bit bigger to make space for the new information. It turns out a black hole grows its surface by a tiny pixel for each bit of information we throw into it. In a nutshell, more information means more surface area. The information gets painted on the surface, similar to what happens when we throw a stone into a pond. After the stone sinks to the bottom, we can't see it anymore, but we can tell that something went in from the ripples on the surface of the pond. Even the smallest black hole can store more information on its surface than all the data ever produced in human history. They do this by storing information in a type of pixel that is unbelievably tiny. Black holes are the ultimate hard drive. This is a bit like taking a paperback and turning it into an ebook. Two things that look completely different, but their content is the same. It's just encoded and memorized in another way. Black holes swallowing stars and planets is a bit like transferring a whole library onto an e-reader. This solution is called the holographic principle. But if it's correct, then everything we thought we knew about the universe is wrong. The universe is a hologram. If information is actually stored on the boundary of a black hole, the Hawking radiation has a chance of learning about the information encoded there and can carry it away. So, information is not lost when black holes fade away, and we do not need to redo physics. The information paradox is resolved. But we still have to change our understanding of reality in a fundamental way. If everything that falls into the black hole is stored on its event horizon, that basically means that three-dimensional stuff is encoded on a flat surface. We have a name for this: a hologram. A hologram is like a 3D photo, a flat piece of plastic that encodes a three-dimensional image. A black hole is like a hologram because everything inside it is encoded on its event horizon. A person inside a black hole would experience their usual three-dimensional life. But for us on the outside, they are flattened images on the surface of the black hole. The consequence of this is counterintuitive, but stay with us for a moment. Black holes are very extreme objects, but they're still bound to the same rules as everything else. So if this crazy duality between 2D and 3D works for black holes, then it might work for the whole universe and you in it. Since a person inside a black hole would not realize that they're encoded on a flat surface, we might share the same fate. You really might be stretched over a flat screen at the end of the universe. The science behind this is complicated and really weird, with toy universes to play with, string theory, and a lot of maths. We'll talk about this more in another video. Regardless of what the true nature of the universe really is, we just know that it's strange and complicated, and we have to do a lot more physics to understand it. But black holes might be key to understanding the nature of reality itself.
So that's the story about black hole.
Do you guys like it? Dolly? Sarah? Where are you?
US President Trump said on President Xi consolidating power. Maybe he will give him a shot someday.
This is Ivy reporting. President Donald Trump bemoaned a decision not to investigate Hillary Clinton after the 2016 presidential election, decrying a rigged system that still doesn't have the right people in place to fix it. During a freewheeling speech to Republican donors in Florida on Saturday. In a closed-door remarks, a recording of which was obtained by CNN, Trump also praised China's President Xi Jinping for recently consolidating power and extending his potential tenure, musing he wouldn't mind making such a maneuver himself. He is not president for life. No, he's great, Trump said. And look, he was able to do that. I think it's great. Maybe we will have to give that a shot someday.
The Olympic Game ended with a spectacular closing ceremony and calls for peace.
This is Rebecca reporting. The Pyeongchang Olympics have ended with a spectacular closing ceremony that once again saw athletes from North and South Korea marching together. Preceded by months of mountainous tensions between North and South Korea and the US, the game ended with a softening of relations between the two Korea countries, who competed under a united flag. The Olympic Winter Games at Pyeongchang has come to an end, but the time of peace will continue. Korea President Wen Jae-in said in closing remarks distributed by the organizing committees ahead of the closing ceremony. The showpiece attracted a crowd of 35,000 spectators, including dignitaries such as U.S. President's daughters, Ivanka, to the Pyeongchang Olympic Stadium.
Now let's turn to a piece of news about two sessions now in China.
This is Anna reporting. The first plenary session of the 13th National Committee of Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference was held on Saturday, March 3rd. And the first plenary session of the 13th National People's Congress will open on Monday. It is natural for deputies to the NPC and members of the National Committee to put forward motions and proposals on social issues. It should go without saying that there can never be too much attention paid to the details when it comes to government work. The reshuffle of the government and party institutions, which will be a focus of this year's two sessions, is also meant to make government departments more efficient and reasonable in providing services.
Senator calls for further protections from predatory monetization practices in video games.
This is Answer reporting. A member of Congress is asking for more consumer protections from the gaming industry's aggressive monetization practices. Senator Maggie Hansen of New Hampshire sent a letter of February 14th to the Entertainment Software Rating Board, asking the body of review its rating policies on in-game microtransaction or loot box. And now she is considering taking further actions if the ESRB doesn't do enough. The ESRB is the gaming industry's self-regulatory body that assigns rating for video games and apps so consumers can make more informed game buying decisions. A spokesperson for Hansen later classified the additional steps. Comments meant she will consider urging the Federal Trade Commission to take actions on loot boxes if ESRB does not act to her satisfaction. The spokesperson added it is too early to discuss legislative steps or hearings. The recent further over microtransactions began after gamers revolted over electronic arts' initial in-game money-making plans, which included loot boxes in its Star Wars Battlefront 2 title last November.
Angela Merkel set for the fourth term after the coalition deal.
This is Elvin reporting. German Social Democratic Party voted to renew a coalition with Chancellor Angela Merkel's Christian Democrats, paving the way for her fourth term after nearly 6 months of political deadlock. The postal ballot saw 66% voted in favor and 34% against the Grand Coalition, SPD Treasurer Dieter Meeten announced Sunday. The new government could be in place by the end of March, after the federal election on September 24th. The both parties lose a record number of votes and left few coalition options for Merkel. Merkel has led Europe's largest economy since 2005. If she finished her fourth term, she will have been in power for 16 years, equaling who Merkel as the country's longest-serving chancellor. Thank you.
Police chase puppies across Arizona highway.
We got a call from a concerned motorist of 2 dogs running on the freeway at northbound I-17.
Everybody help chase him right into the right spot.
First, we are going to show you some nominee movie trailers of 2018 Oscars.
I hate California. I want to go to the East Coast. I want to go where culture is, like
How
New
in the
York,
world did I raise such a
or at least
snob?
Connecticut or New Hampshire, where writers live in the
Get
woods.
into those schools anyway.
Mom,
You should just go to City College. You know, with your work ethic, just go to City College and then to jail and then back to City College, and then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
Lady Bird, is that your given name?
Yeah.
Why is it in quotes?
I gave it to myself. It's given to me by me.
Lady Bird always says that she lives on the wrong side of the tracks, but I always thought that that was like a metaphor. But there are actual train tracks. What she did was very baller. It was very anarchist. Put the magazine back!
She has a big heart, your mom.
She's warm, but she's also kind of scary.
You can't be scary and warm.
I think you can. Your mom is.
So, you're not interested in any Catholic colleges?
No way. I want schools like Yale, but not Yale because I probably couldn't get in.
You definitely couldn't get in.
Does Mom hate me?
If you're tired, we can sit down.
I'm not tired.
You were dragging your feet.
You are so infuriating.
Please stop yelling.
I'm not yelling. Oh, it's perfect.
Do you love it?
You both have such strong personalities.
When is a normal time to have sex?
You're having sex?
I'm ready. Just wanted it to be special.
Why? You're gonna have so much unspecial sex in your life.
We're afraid that we will never escape our past.
Whatever we give you, it's never enough. It's never enough.
It is enough.
We're afraid of what the future will bring. We're afraid we won't be loved.
You can't do anything unless you're the center of attention.
We won't be liked.
Yeah, well, you know your mom's tits, they're totally fake. She made one bad decision at 19. 2 bad decisions.
And we won't succeed.
I want you to be the very best version of yourself that you can be.
What if this is the best version? What I'd really like is to be on Math Olympiad.
But math isn't something you're terribly strong in.
That we know of yet.
You clean that lab, you get out.
She deaf?
Mute, sir. She can hear you.
The thing we keep in there is an affront, and I should know I dragged it all the way here.
It's a lot of blood. What went on in here?
It was you that found my fingers. There was mustard on them.
The Soviets want it. We know that much.
We need to take it apart, learn how it works.
What happened?
It's an animal, just keeping it tame.
I can either save him or let him die.
Don't do this, Eliza. Don't do this.
I'm gonna be synchronizing our watches just like they do in the movies.
Oh, woman, we gonna burn in hell.
The asset. Do you have it?
No! Sir, I'm getting it back.
Our concern is the Russians. Unfuck this mess.
You delivered, right? Right?
We didn't see nothing.
What am I doing? Interviewing the shit cleaners.
He's a wild creature. We can't ask him to be anything else.
You were speaking Russian, Bob!
Where is it?
Sit down!
Finish the job, son.
Eliza, honey, he's coming for you.
You got your toothbrush?
Check.
Do you have your deodorant?
Check.
Do you have your cozy clothes?
Got that.
What?
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna,
Mom and Dad, my black boyfriend will be coming up this weekend. I just don't want you to be shocked that he's a black man.
I ain't never seen you like this before, bruh. Meeting families and taking road trips. Don't come back all bougie, man. Come back, get your damn pants up to your damn stomach.
So you guys coming up from the city?
Yeah, we're just heading up for the weekend.
Can I see your license, please?
He wasn't driving.
I didn't ask who was driving. I asked to see his ID.
Call me Dean and you're hungry, my man.
So how long has this been going on, this thing? We hired Georgina and Walter to help care for my parents. When they died, I couldn't bear to let them go. Do you smoke in front of my daughter?
I'm gonna quit.
She'd take care of that for you.
How?
Hypnosis.
I'm good, actually.
You ready for this?
I'm back in the beat.
So look, I go do my research. Apparently, a whole bunch of brothers been missing in this suburb.
But it's cool.
Bro, how you not scared of this, man?
Good to see another brother around here.
Chris was just telling me how he felt much more comfortable with my being here. Get out.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo!
Rose, we gotta go.
Is everything okay?
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Mine is a terrible thing to waste. Terrible thing to waste.
If there's too many white people, I get nervous.
No.
A mine is a terrible thing to waste.
The enemy tanks have stopped.
Why?
Why waste precious tanks when they can pick us off from the air like fish in a barrel? There are 400,000 men on this beach.
coming back round. He's coming back round!
Where are we going?
Dunkirk.
I'm not going back.
There's no hiding from this, son. We have a job to do.
If we go there, we'll die.
You can practically see it from here.
What?
Home.
So today we prepare you 3 video clips for Aca Bella. Hope you will enjoy it.
Do that now, do they baby 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 now.摇晃的红酒杯，嘴唇上染着鲜血，那不寻常的美。男生面的嘴，谁重新的跟随？充其量当个侍卫，脚下踩着玫瑰，换成一个吻当安慰。夜太美，尽管再危险，总有人黑着眼眶熬着夜。爱太美，尽管再危险，违背错了一切，招致切的泪。痛太美，尽管再卑微，也想尝分身最苦的滋味。你太美，尽管再无言，我都想要是对隔绝世界。我的王妃，我要霸占你的美。
Ba 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 banana, ba 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 banana, banana, ba 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 potato, banana, banana, tu cali lo potato lì, caliva lo balica lo kika, ba 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 banana. You planu la panunu tu na banana la camopita la mu banana ba ba banana potato tocali lo potato li caliva lo balica lo kika ba 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 banana.
Next, it's time for the 2018 Winter Olympics.
A sliding center tie gives us 2 golden teams. Hello, I'm Julie Donaldson. But first, speed skating and Norway enjoying their best winter games ever. Speed skating men's 500-meter, Norway a consistent story in these games. Håvard Lorentzen sets an Olympic record on his way to winning gold, edging out South Korea's Cha Min-kyu by 1/100th of a second. For the second day in a row, the Dutch are kept off the skating medal podium. Women's speed skating team pursuit quarterfinals. Skating in time trials format, top 4 teams advance to the semifinals and stay in medal contention. Team USA clocks the 4th fastest time, 26 hundredths of a second ahead of China. The U.S. team will face the Netherlands in the semifinals. Japan and Canada also advance. Women's hockey semifinal action, USA against Finland. Winner gets to go to the gold medal game. And the Americans made sure there was no doubt, scoring early and often. Second period, Team USA up 2-0, and on a power play, Jocelyn Lamoureux-Davidson sends the one-timer into the back of the net. U.S. leads 3-0. 34 seconds later, Hillary Knight adds to the lead. She redirects the puck right past Finnish goalie Noora Ratu. Team USA blanks Finland 5-0, moving one step closer to redeeming their gold medal loss in Sochi.
It's been a journey. It's been a process. It's been a really incredible and powerful and positive last 4 years. And we did what we wanted to do. We came here. We want to put ourselves in the gold medal game. That's where we're at right now. So we're ready to go. We got 2 days in between to fine-tune some things, and we'll be ready on Thursday.
In the other semifinal, the Olympic athletes from Russia taking on Canada. First period, no score. Team Canada in white, not wasting any time. Jennifer Wakefield goes glove side on Russian goalie Valeria Tarakanova in the second minute of the game. Wakefield puts her team on the board early. 7:57 to go in the first. Team Canada gets lucky. OAR with the wide open net, but Yelena Derogachova cannot get the rebound home. Canada led 1-0 after the first period. Early second period, Marie-Philippe Poulin extends Team Canada's lead. She sneaks the backhand into the net. Team Canada poured it on, adding 3 goals in the third period. So Canada advances to the gold medal game, where they will face Team USA again. Team Canada has allowed only 2 goals this entire tournament and edged Team USA in preliminary action 2-1. To the Olympic sliding center we go. Bobsled 2-man and 2 golden performances. Germany in a familiar position, sitting in first with only 1 team to slide, and here comes Canada. After 4 runs down the 1,376-meter long track, Canada tries to chase down the Germans.
It's been a head-to-head fight with Francesco Friedrich. Canada, it's a tie! It is a tie! And the last time Canada won a gold medal, it was a tie as well. 20 years ago, history repeats.
Man, that is wild. 2 teams share gold medals and celebrate together. For Team Germany, that is their 10th Olympic gold medal of these games. Ski jumping men's team event. Norway's Robert Johansen has made an impression on these games with his aerodynamic facial feature. He had already won 2 surprise bronze medals in Pyeongchang, and when he and his impressive mustache landed, it was as a gold medalist. Johansen and his teammates celebrate Norway's first ever gold medal in the men's team event. Women's curling round robin session 9. Team USA already picked up a win against Denmark earlier today, this time facing China. The U.S. scored 7 points in the first 3 ends. The American women grabbed their second win of the day, beating China 10-4. Team USA improves their record to 4-3 with 2 more games to play. Remember, you can stream all of the events of the Pyeongchang Games live on NBCOlympics.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Julie Donaldson.